Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Greetings to you. So, in today's video, we're going to read chapter number 2, Diversity in the Living World, and it will be a part 2 of our reading. Okay, so now I want you to open page number 15 and let's get started. And the topic is how to grow plants. You must have noticed that plants show variation in the features related to stem, leaves, flowers, and more. The stem of different plants vary in thickness, height, and hardness, while the leaves vary in shape, color, size, and arrangement. You might have tried grouping the plants in activity 2.3 using one of these features. You might have also learned in earlier classes that plants can be grouped into herbs, shrubs, and trees based on their height and type of stems. Let us study the features of plants in more detail and group them on that basis. Activity 2.4. Let us group. Let us go on a nature's walk again for some more interesting observations. Look closely at the height of different plants. Are these plants shorter than you, as well as as tall as you, or taller than you? You have to observe these three things. In a stem, is the stem brown or green in color? Touch and feel the stem and try to bend them gently so that you can't break it. Just gently. Can you bend the stem easily or it is stiff? Take care that the stem do not break. That I told you already. Also observe from where the branches of the plants arise, whether they arise close to the ground or higher up on the stem. Fill in your observation in table 2.3. A few examples are already given. Grouping of plants based on height and nature of stem. Name of the plant: mango, rose, tomato. We are taking right now. You can extend, obviously, right? Height: short, medium, tall. Nature of stem: green, brown, tender, hard, thick and thin. Thick or thin. Appearance of branches: close to the ground, higher up onto the stem. Name of plant group: tree, shrub or herb. Mango, it's tall, brown, hard, thick, and yes, it is higher up on the stem, so it is tree. Rose, medium, brown, hard, thin, yes, it's a shrub. Tomato, short, green, tender, thin, yes, it is a herb. So this is how you can differentiate it, and you can add more plants obviously so that you will better understand. What difference do you observe among herbs, shrubs and trees? How can you group plants as herb, shrub and tree based on the data entered in table 2.3? Some plants grow really tall and have hard, thick, brown and woody stem. Their branches typically start higher up on the stem, away from the ground. These plants are called trees. For example, mango, neem, banyan, peepal. There are ample ashoka. There are so many trees. Okay. Now, let's talk about shrubs and herbs. Some plants are not as tall as trees. These plants often have many brown woody stems that start branching very close to the ground. These stems are hard but not as thick as the stem of tree. These plants are called shrubs. For example, a rose plant is a shrub. Some plants are typically small with soft and green stem. These are known as herb. For example, tomato plant is a herb. There are picture given, right? You can see some plants with weak stem need support to climb and grow and are called climbers. Money plant, right? For example, some plants creep along the ground and are called creepers. Okay. Now, what can be other features on the basis of which you can group plants? Let us perform another activity. Let us compare. Look at the leaves of different plants collected by you during the nature walk. Do you notice any variation in the shape, structure of these leaves? You may have observed thin line on the leaves of the plant. These are veins, okay, that transport water to the leaves, because the leaves are the food factory of the plant. Now, the pattern of veins on the leaves is called venation, and whatever pattern they have, we call it venation. We use the word venation for the pattern, and these small lines are called veins. Okay, no confusion in that. Now, what difference do you see in the veins of leaves shown in figure 2.4a and figure 2.4b? If you observe the A picture, it is of hibiscus leaf and it is a reticulate venation. This type of venation is known as reticulate venation. Okay. In some leaves, you can observe a a net-like pattern of veins on both sides of the thick middle vein. This pattern is called reticulate pattern. जब net जैसा pattern हो तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Reticulate pattern. And it is observed in hibiscus. Okay, that is the example. Now let's talk about parallel venation. If you see the banana leaves, there are two lines on both sides, simple lines. Okay, so we call it parallel venation. They are parallel to each other, right? They can't cross each other. That is a parallel thing, right? आपने maths में पढ़ा होगा. In some leaves, you may observe that the veins run parallel. This pattern is called parallel venation. For examples, the leaves of banana plants and grasses exhibit parallel venation. Grass में भी parallel venation होता है, grass को observe करोगे तो आप, and banana में भी. Okay, so these are the two type of venation. जिसमें net like pattern होता है, we call it reticulate venation. जिसमें parallel lines होती हैं, बिल्कुल straight lines होती हैं और parallel होती हैं एक दूसरे के, we call it parallel venation. Okay, so venation is basically the pattern of veins, and veins are small, veins are typically a small tubes that run in the leaves that help in the transportation of food and water to the plant. Now, do you think that plants can be grouped on the basis of venation present in their leaves? Bilkul, definitely we can do that, right? Now, let us try to explore roots of the plant. Do all plants have roots? Are these roots similar? Let us find out. Visit an open area where wild herbs and grasses are growing. You may use small herb for this exercise. Use a खुरपी or trowel. खुरपी से ट्रॉल होता है ना, इससे हम निकालते हैं. आपने देखा होगा गार्डनर के पास, आपके घर पे भी होगी, मम्मा करती होंगी, राइट? केयरफुली डिग आउट अ फ्यू डिफरेंट हर्ब्स विदाउट डैमेजिंग द रूट. To do this, you may wet the soil and loosen it. Wash the roots with water and observe them. After you are doing observing, make sure to replant the herbs so that they may continue to thrive and grow. What are the similarities and differences in the root of the plant collected by you? What differences do you think in the roots of plants shown in figure 2.5a and figure 2.5b? Carefully observe the roots of the mustard. There is one plant that is a mustard plant in figure 2.a. The root of this plant consists of one main root and small sides root arising from it. The main root is called tap root. Another example of plant having tap root is hibiscus, observed by you in activity 2.1. The plant in figure 2.5b is a common grass plant. The root of this plant appear as a bunch of similar size, thin roots arising from the base of the stem. Such roots are called fibrous root. Does your collection include any other grasses? What kind of root do they have? Okay, so fibrous root don't have any main root. There are bunch of roots, hair like structure, come out all together from the main stem. So we can't identify any main root in that. Okay, but in main root we have one main thick root. Out of that one main root, sides roots were coming out. That is the tap root. And the roots that don't have any main root and the bunch of roots coming out all together, we call it fibrous root. So on the basis of root also we can differentiate the plant. This is also one feature. Now, is there any relationship between the type of leaf venation and the type of root of the same plant? How do we find this out? Let us relate and analyze. Collect sapling of 5 common plants from your school nursery or any other nursery to plant in your school garden. Example of such plants are include lemongrass, marigold, सदाबहार या फिर पेरीविंकल, okay, and others. Before planting them, observe their roots and the venation in their leaves. Lemongrass have parallel venation and it has fibrous root. So you have to observe all this. Do you observe any relation between the leaf venation and the type of root in these plants? Sadabahar plant has a tap root and its leaf have reticulate venation. Do other plants with reticulate venation have taproot too? Lemongrass, on the other hand, has fibrous root and its leaves have parallel venation. Do other plants with parallel venation have fibrous root too? Generally, plants with reticulate venation have taproot, while those with the parallel venation have fibrous root. तो आप venation देख के भी root बता सकते हो. Like grass की जो venation है वो parallel है, that means they have fibrous root. Okay, hibiscus की venation reticulate है, that means they have taproot. Clear हो गया? Now, chickpea, chana, is another example of a plant with taproot and reticulate venation in leaves. Wheat is an example of plant with fibrous root and parallel venation in its leaf. Is there any relation among the seed of the plant, type of root and leaf venation? Are all seeds similar? Activity 2.8. Let us explore. Soak some chickpea and maize seeds in water for 2 or 3 days. Remove the seed coat of the chickpea. Now observe the structure of the chickpea seed and the maize seed. Are they similar or different? Chickpeas have two parts in their roots. Two seeds joined together. So we call them dicotyledon. And in maize there is only one cotyledon, so we call it monocot. Okay, monocot or monocotyledon. Okay, so chickpeas are dicot seeds because they have two cotyledons, and maize have only one cotyledon, so we call it monocot. You would notice that chickpea seeds are split into two parts, into two halves. Each part is called a cotyledon. Plant that have seeds with two cotyledons are called dicotyledons or dicots. Maize has a single thin cotyledon. Plants with such seeds are called monocotyledons or monocot. What relation do you observe among leaf venation, root type and the number of cotyledon in seeds of the plant? Dicot plant have reticulate venation and have a tap root system, while monocot plant have parallel venation and they have fibrous root. So you have to underline this. This is very, very important. Okay. You have learned about some features used for grouping plants. Now let us explore the grouping of animals in more detail. How to group animals. Just like plants, animals too are significantly different from one another. How can we group such a wide variety of animals? What features can you think of to group them? In activity 2.3, you have already set some base for grouping animals. Let us explore a few of these in more detail. Activity 2.9. Let us find out. You have recorded the movement of few animals in table 2.2. You may have also observed how other animals move from one place to another. Let us now think about the type of movement in plants. A number of animals are shown in figure 2.7. You can add more animals that you may have observed and created a poster on a variety of animals. Which body part are used by animal in the poster you created and those in figure 2.7 for movement? Okay, so there are different animals, so they have different movements. They have different ways by which they move from one place to another. List these animals in table 2.5. Note that ways in which these animals move and name the body part used for movement. Some examples are given in table 2.5. Movement in animals and their body parts involve name of the animal, type of movement, body parts used for movement. Ants, type of movement is they simply walk with the help of their leg. Goat, walk and jump, legs. Pigeon, walk and fly, legs and wing. Housefly, walk and fly, leg and wing. Fishes, they have fins, so they swim in water, right? Now, other you can add, there are ample amount of. What conclusion can we draw from the data given in table 2.5? Different animals have different types of movement Animal can fly, run, crawl, hop or jump and so on. They use different body parts for moving from one place to another. They may use wings, legs, and other parts that help them to move. Here we have identified animals based on the types of movement and the body parts used for movement. How can we group animals based on their movements? Additionally, many animals differ from each other in shape, size, structure, color, and other features. Some of these features can also be used to group animals in various ways, like grouping of animals is important for understanding their diversity. Okay, everyone. Now, know a scientist. Let's know a scientist, Janki Amal. Okay, 1897 to 1984, was an Indian botanist dedicated to environmental work and helped to document and preserve India's rich plant biodiversity. Because she's botanist, that means she study plants. Okay, she played a key role in Save Silent Valley movement as the head of the Botanical Survey of India. She initiated program to document the plant diversity of India. Success story: Save Silent Valley movement. This is a real story of a forest in the Palakkad district of Kerala. It is about preserving untouched beauty of the moist evergreen forest and its rich biodiversity. The now famous Silent Valley was saved by a remarkable movement led by common people who were not even residing in the vicinity of the forest. The battle against the proposal of a hydroelectric dam across the Kundi Puja River persisted for 10 years. At that time, people used all possible available means such as widespread awareness program, letters to editor, articles in newspaper, seminars, petitions, appeals in court. The movement was successful in saving the Silent Valley. Okay, so this is how we can create a huge difference if we start caring about our nature. It's all in our hand. Plants and animals in different surroundings. Now their surrounding is also different, right? Some animals live in the plain area, some animals live in the mountain area, totally different, right? So you might have observed during nature walk that different animals live in different surrounding. You have also recorded movement of animal in table 2.5. Does the movement of these animals depend upon their surrounding? Let us consider fishes and goat as example. Fishes live in water. They have streamlined body and fins for movement in water. But their body is known as streamlined body, beta. Okay, so that they can cut the water current, cut the water pressure, and move easily in the water. So they have very pointed from the edge and then flat body and then pointed at the bottom. हमारा एरोप्लेन जो हमने स्ट्रीमलाइन बनाया है वी took that idea from birds and fishes only. Okay. Goat live in grassy area and move with the help of legs. The size and the shape of animals also differ from one another. A fish swim in water with the help of fins. A goat walks on the ground with the help of legs. Activity 2.10. Let us compare and analyze. Look at table 2.6. Recreate a similar table on the blackboard. List the name of plants and animals you and your classmates have observed in the region given in the table or already known about. A few examples are given. You can add more. Animals and plants found in different surrounding. In the desert, camel. On mountains, deodar tree. In the ocean, fish. In the forest, lion. Any other region that you have known, you can write the example. Okay, and you can write more examples of desert animals and mountain animal, ocean animals and forest animals. What are your observations regarding plants and animals found in various regions? Discuss your observation with your classmates. You might observe from table 2.6 that the plants and animals found in one kind of region are different from those found in another kind of region. During a discussion in the classroom, Alex recalled that he observed cactus plant with thick and fleshy stem in the desert of Rajasthan. Maya shares that she saw deodar tree in the Himalayas of Himachal Pradesh. These trees are conical in shape and have flexible and sloping branches. Notice that these two types of plants found in different regions are different from each other. Why it is so? Why does the biodiversity of a region vary from that of the another? Let us find out. There is very little water available in the desert area, so plant need to adapt accordingly, right? A hot desert is typically very hot during the day and very cold at night. Therefore you will find plants and animals in these area that can tolerate and survive both the hot condition during the day and cold condition at night. The fleshy stem of plants found in the desert can store water and help them tolerate the hot condition in these places. The mountains in extremely cold region experience frequent snowfall. In order to survive in such conditions, some of the trees have the ability to let the snow slide off easily. Conical shape and sloping branch of deodar tree enable them to do so easily. You must have understood by now that the biodiversity varies from region to region because of diverse conditions. Look at the image of a camel from the hot desert of Rajasthan and a camel from the cold desert of Ladakh. What are the differences you observe between them? What advantage do these differences provide to these camels so that they can survive in the hot and the cold desert easily? Both are desert, but one is hot and one is cold. Okay, one is in Rajasthan, one is in Ladakh. So their feature is according to their habitat. A camel lives in the hot desert. They have hooves. They both have hooves so that they can walk easily in the sand and in the snow. The camel of the hot desert has long leg and wide hooves. Alex shared that his grandmother told him that the long leg and wide hoof help these camel to walk on the sandy desert without sinking into the desert. On the other hand, the height and the leg of the camel of a cold desert are comparatively shorter than those found in the hot desert. Those short legs allow them to walk easily in the mountainous region. In desert, food is not available easily. Camels store food in their humps. Camel found in the hot desert have one hump each that help them to survive during the scarcity of food. Camel found in the cold desert have two humps each. These two humps shrink in late winter because there is not much food available in the cold desert and they have to use food stored in their humps during that time. Moreover, they grow long hairs from head to neck which help them survive the cold winter of Ladakh. Hair act as an insulator. जैसे हम clothes पहनते हैं ऐसे उनके body के ऊपर hair होते हैं. What other feature can help camel to survive in the desert? Other students also started sharing their observation. Kashi from Rajasthan say that the camel excretes small amount of urea, very good, urine, and they dug in dry. Their dung is dry and they do not sweat. As camel do not lose much water from their body, they can survive for many days without water. Maya talks about seeing plants with beautiful bright flowers, rhododendrons, we call it rhododendrons, okay, in the Shola forest of Nilgiris. Here rhododendrons are of shorter height and have smaller leaves to survive through the heavy winds on mountain tops. However, Pima, who is from Sikkim, mentioned that she has observed rhododendron in the nearby mountain to be taller. So even plants such as rhododendron may exhibit different features in different regions to survive the condition of those regions. Sagar tells his classmates that he went to the Andaman and Nicobar island with his parents for a special event. He saw huge whales and colorful fishes in the ocean. His father explained that the streamlined body of fish help them to swim in water. So beta, we have covered till page number 26. Now in the next chapter we will start, in the next video we will start with chapter number 27. Okay, thank you so much for watching.